Okay. Next thing we're going to talk about, the whole fidelity and integrity of implementation of services. This is, and supports, this is huge. Doesn't happen in school. It's not something that we did. We do. And it starts right in the classroom and then goes right to us when we're providing consultation and support to kids. One of the schools I visited to determine if they were truly one of the model sites was another one in Iowa, and my role was to interview parents, kids, teachers about what was happening, do record reviews, look at materials, and just kind of validate what they said was really happening. So I interviewed a third grade teacher, and in this school there were 3 third grades. And in this school, progress monitoring data was fairly public. And she saw that her kids weren't making the same gains as their 2 colleagues. So she asked, this was usually unique, I don't know about you folks, but the culture of being observed by a peer. So she asked her peers to come in and observe her literacy instruction. So what this school had done was they had purchased a commercially available reading curriculum, and then a person came from the publisher, provided 3 days of training during the summer, and then they laid it in place. And this had happened 2 years earlier. Well, this teacher wasn't implementing all the components of the reading curriculum, and the other 2 were. And this, I'm getting all this now from the teacher as I'm interviewing her. She said as soon as she got the feedback from her peers and started changing things up and doing it the way it was intended, she immediately could see the change in her kids. By the end of the year, her kids were doing as well as the other kids. So it's a powerful anecdotal story about the whole importance of paying attention to how is this instruction supposed to be provided. This is a person who's a big, not only literacy person, but a systems change person. But the whole idea that just because you got to have a good program, that doesn't guarantee you good outcomes. That we have to pay attention to what we need to do. Okay. Again, outcomes are related to the accurate implementation, and that the evidence, though, these results are contingent on that. And what we need to do is take a look at what are the components, am I administering all of the components, and am I administering them the way intended? Apparently there's going to be LIPS training, and some pretty intensive programs to support kids with really significant reading challenges. These are difficult and complex programs to administer that require training. And part of it is, when you get into it, that program's going to contain fidelity and integrity checklists, which we need to use.